When we had last left the Envoy, their adventures in Gallowayne's Tusks got off to a explosive volcanic start, where it turned out that an Aedyran convoy had been waylaid by some attacking ogre. And thankfully, they were able to make a deal with the ogre and get them some sort of cure for whatever was inside of their lungs. Moldering lung, I think it was called. Anyway, their hostage that they had taken was freed and sent back to a local Pargrunan tower, where they met with someone that was kind of in love with them. Finally, they found themselves headed over to Delimgan that was also holding another Pargrunan hostage. And it was there that they were to explore what may be plaguing the strangely verdant part of Gallowayne's Tusks. This is Avowed. Welcome back. Zoop. There we are. Let's unhide that and be on our way over here. Let's see, what all we got? Ooh, got a lot of enemies. That's what we have.
Keep quiet.
Ooh. Man, $4,000, huh? Okay. See if I can't do another one of those. Gotta wait for the cooldown. Here, let me chow down on some food as well. Okay. Oh, shit. There we go. Good. Okay.
Bravo.
Let's see. What else have we got around here? I'll take that. Good. We skipped over some of this. And this is the nasty water, right? Yep. Got something up top. Cooked rabbit. Okay. Something we can hit for fire. Stone beetle there too. Okay.
Not bad, Envoy.
There we are.
Envoy, to the right.
Looks like we got a couple more still up.
Faster, I go.
Good. Think that's it?
Nice job, everyone.
Let's see, I'll take these. Got some treasure here. Here's the lava flow from earlier. Let's do a quick save in case I fall into it. And where's this go to? Ah. Huh. Okay. Can I enter here? Maybe, but not from this side. Okay. I can't climb up that. Can I climb up this in any form? Don't think so. Ooh. Oh, whoa, whoa. Activating all my shit. Okay. Let's get some more food. Some skeletons here. Oh, holy shit. Let's go for that caster. What's this strange dwarf? Well, they're dead now. Okay. Kith meat. Fresh water. Strange dwarf had essence potion and beetle jerky. Huh. Okay. How odd. How strange. Is this where we had come across that? Yeah, right? They weren't there before, were they? Don't think so. Okay, let's keep searching this left area. Also worth bearing in mind that we can use frost to jump around the nasty water if we want. Huh, nothing around here. Okay, I'll take that. Got a little lockbox. Balrog skin. Alright, let us... Oh, I need to change around my item here. Let's get this re-equipped. Okay. Kraken horn. Okay. Good. Bunch of webbing. I don't even know if we're in the right fucking area anymore. Ogre's Fury. Got something else here. Good. Okay. There's the aqueduct and how you would get on it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I feel like could do with the ground slam radius being bigger. Or maybe like a perk point increasing or doubling its radius. Because it's very fun and impressive, honestly, but sometimes it feels like the AoE of it is a little lacking in size. There we go. Got that one in one.
Put it down. Look to your left.
Speed up.
Let's see. Marius is down, and he's back. Yeah, the healing stuff, it's so strong. As far as, like, keeping followers active and whatnot. Alright, I think we got all of them. There we are. Some loot here, but I can't quite see it. It's probably fine. Health potion there. How about around this way? Oh, weird. That loot was misplaced on the radar. Essence potion, Balrog skin. So I don't want to go on this just yet. I'm gonna save that because once we get up there, there's no coming back. Save for like a big teleport. Oh hey, it's one of those little vision quests. Okay. What about over here? Anything of interest? Don't think so. Can I get the drop on any of these? Not sure. It's gonna be tough to reach. Nope. Okay, here we go. It's hilarious how that... how reliably we get a stealth attack out of that. Let's go for this one here on the right. Oh. There we are.
You're bleeding! Barrier! Alive.
Let me get some food going here.
Come on! Come on! Quick as a fox!
There we go. Poison dealt a lot of damage to me.
Not bad for a scholar.
Okay, so right up there is where I need to go for that. Let's try circling around here. Do a quick save. Restless Cavern. I'm guessing we'll fight a Spider Queen boss in here.
Arms up.
Okay. Got some spooky ghosts. Okay.
You're too late.
Use the attack there to give us some iframes. Oh wait, that was it. Okay. Sure.
I sprained my shoulder.
I'll take these and that. Let me also get some more food here. Good. Okay. Little unit I can burn away. Got a chest back here. Good. Superb bow. Cave coral. Still definitely need a bunch of that. Though, that said, I think we're at the point where we need to craft it up into the toadstool or whatever it was. Alright, let's start tripping out.
We have been here before. Do you feel the old roots twisting in the loam?
Arcane Scholar. I feel a shadow of essence, long dead life, growth paused before its time. I've heard your riddles before. Show me what you want me to see. I'm tired of your interfering. Leave me alone. I've heard your riddles before. Show me what you want me to see.
You are Maru, a Jabaru Sinakis. You stand on the shoulders of all who spoke for us before. You are young in your role, newly minted from your trials in Thirdborn. You tempered your body and spirit in our image. Tell us, Maru, how did you perform?
I was exceptional. I did not distinguish myself. I barely made it out alive. I did not distinguish myself.
The attention slithered under your skin. We chose you for a promise that seemed to embarrass you. You snuffed your light. We could not understand why you refused our gift. Yet you stood for the garden, and your destiny remained. The leader sent you to the temple of Galawain's tusks. An oasis bloomed from the Adra, and our children built a city there. Tell us, Maru, how did you find life in your new home?
I found love and community. It was solitary work, but I didn't mind. I felt isolated and abandoned. I fought to earn their respect. I like the idea of Maru not liking it at all. I felt isolated and abandoned.
Loneliness. A feeble leaf straining towards sunlight. Why?
I miss my old life. I didn't understand their culture. I had no friends. I miss my old life.
The warmth of your rabbits. Long searches for firewood. Tales for your siblings at night. Your gift tore you away from them. In the third year of your work, the tide turned. The season changed. The city had grown root-bound, too large to sustain itself. The creeks ran dry. The people stirred with unrest. They turned to you. How did you advise them?
To conserve the water they had, to pray for the rivers to rise, to venture out and find new sources, to dig more wells, deeper wells. I like the idea that they prayed for help, and maybe it was never answered. To pray for the rivers to rise.
They could not beg for what the garden did not have to give. We faltered. They cursed us. Until, suddenly, relief. The builders found a clear spring carved into the mountainside. They dreamed of an aqueduct. A river of their own design. Its veins would split the trees, a winding wound across our back. You could speak with us. Why did you not consult us first?
I thought you would agree it was necessary. You never objected to building before. We had no other way to survive. You failed us. We needed to provide for ourselves. Oh, these are all pretty good. I want to hear what Sopadal has to say about all of this. I thought you would agree it was necessary.
Presumption born of ignorance. In the path of the aqueduct lived a mighty flower tree, one of the first in the jungle.
Its fruit fed hundreds. I meditated under its shade. A landmark for lost travelers. A source of arcane energy. I like that we sort of keep around to the same vibes of like people needing sustenance. Whether it be water or in this case food, fruit fed hundreds.
A font of vitality. Its leaves spread wide, a challenge to the foreman's authority. He raised his axe.
I tried to stop him. I stood by and watched. Yeah, we needed the aqueduct. I stood by and watched.
He cleaved into the spine of centuries, a trunk that would have outlived him. Why did you leave us to our fate?
I was afraid the others would turn on me. I wanted to stop him, but I froze. I don't know. I shouldn't have. We needed the aqueduct. We had no choice. Yeah, it was either that or die. We had no choice.
To give, to take. But why take this? You lowered your eyes. He cut. The ground thundered as it fell. The haze parts. We cry out. Our skin burns. This memory we recall. The earth erupts, a chorus of screams. Ash blots out the sun.
You killed all the workers. You burned our libraries, generations of knowledge gone. You dried up the water. You destroyed our monuments. You killed all the workers.
The call of winter. The wages of their foreman's pride. The roots stop. You remember no more. The dust claimed you with the rest. We saw your indifference, and we were powerless to spare you.
I failed to protect you. I deserved it. How many lives for one tree? How dare you? You could have saved the people. You chose not to. Violence for violence. It was cruel but fair. You could have saved the people. You chose not to.
We only realized after it was done.
You're a god. Your mistakes cost lives. Learn from this, otherwise they will have died in vain. Your mistakes cost lives.
The people fear us. This must be our way. Years passed. The Aikido returned. As they rebuilt their walls, they left us offerings, wary of their ancestors' mistake. We welcomed their bounty, but the scars never healed. We too had learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Remembrance of Morrow. Huh. Attack damage increased by 10%. It's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I love the idea of Soppadal being such a like pro-natural world god that it's at the cost of the lives of Kith. You know? Because I think it's different. You know, you can make a good point about keeping the tree around if it's like, yeah, the natural world is totally like on its last legs or something like that. Right? But at that point in time in this part of the world, that was not the case, you know? Let's see, over here. Let's see, I do have... Yeah, I can get back over this way. So maybe I should cross the aqueduct now. And then I can teleport back to the Slumbering Fields beacon. Yeah, I think maybe that's a move. Good, good, good. Yeah, I really enjoyed the idea of Soppadal potentially being, like, antagonistic in some ways, too. Right? It not being super cut and dry. It's very in line with, the ways in which a lot of, like, pretty much all the other deities are written. From what we know of, at least. Okay. Over here. And it's a fun subversion of kind of what you tend to expect from stories like this, where there's like a nature god or whatever, and they're pretty much always good, like through and through. They're pretty much exclusively a force for good in the world, where it's like, you know, nature itself has in some ways suffered greatly at the hands of like industrialization or something. But in this sense, specifically with the Aedyran, it's very much like inverted, you know? Let's see, anything else? There we go. Good. Okay. So we got all that. Good. Oh shit, was I supposed to jump into this damn thing here? Is there something inside that I can hear? No, okay, thank goodness. Alright, well, let's teleport back. Slumbering Fields. Attacks on unaware enemies receive a damage bonus. Oh, maybe that's why also our Jump Slam does extra. It too is benefiting from that. Okay, up and over here. Great. And also, you know, the nature of the gods themselves, like, Sopodal isn't just like the personification of the land. As far as we know, they're very similar to the rest of the pantheon of gods and goddesses, of deific beings. And that they're, like, manufactured in a sense. Okay, anything over here? Good. Which I think, you know, if I have to consider, like, me, the person playing this video game, not my character, but if I have to think about, like, okay, am I more pro-Sopodal or more pro-Aedyran? And I'm definitely, like, way more pro-Aedyran. You know, I feel like they kind of suffered under the thumb of Sopodal in a way. And in a way, it was kind of cruel because at some points, you know, you get this vibe that, like, oh, Sopodal is here to totally help and chill with the Aedyran. You know, it's a mutually beneficial situation, but seemingly out of nowhere, or at random almost, Sopodal decides on a whim, like, oh, now you've gone too far with this. This was a bridge too far. This amount of, like, building this aqueduct that you all needed to survive here. I'm not happy with that. Thus, I'm gonna get extra mad when you cut down this tree or whatever the fuck, you know? It's very much like...
That's all of them.
They're deciding, right, they get very emotionally invested in like, I don't know, the natural world and decide at a whim, like, okay, actually that one wasn't okay. I'm going to fucking blow up a volcano on top of you all, right? Building this town, actually not cool. Time to die. Time to fucking die. Right? Over here. Let's head on up this way. Let's do a quick save. That said, I mean, it's definitely my biases showing because I think at the end of the day, I am a very, like I have a very humanist, like, approach and philosophy when it comes to everything, like my politics and just overall, like, life philosophy. Like, it's not something that I've, like, thoroughly examined and that I know, like, various teachings or whatever. But you know, if someone were like, what's your deal? I would be like, yeah, I'm a humanist. And of course, in this world, you would be Kithmanist. Kithist. Kith-focused.
Quick as a fuck.
Which, you know, I think it's also worth bearing in mind that the preservation of like the natural world and stuff. Also, in our world at least, especially in our point in time, they kind of work together in tandem. They're not at odds, right? Where typically, oh shit, the Spore King. Oh my god. Okay. Let's eat some food here real quick. But yeah, typically being in favor of the natural world also has like beneficial effects for humans, right? Wherein it's like, you know, we're kind of staring down the barrel of a lot of like unchecked climate change and climate disasters and all that, you know? And the same is not necessarily true here in this world, as far as we know. Maybe that'll be a big twist that actually it is.
To your left.
Enemy to the right.
I have no idea what the Spore King is. Oh, this is it. Okay. Man, look at its fucking ass. Why does this Mushroom Lord have such a wild ass? Yeah, my companions are basically, like, unkillable, thanks to having just, like, this near constant stream of health from my perk. Because every enemy killed is 20% healing. Look at that little freak running around. Okay.
That's done? Who's hungry?
And then also Giada has her baked-in healing. I bet we would be fine even without Giada's healing. The Spore King's Crown. Got some legendary toadstool as well for upgrades. Okay. Good. Up here. Hunter's Arrows of Slaying, Galloway.
I'll wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
How far are we from Paradise and Dawnshore in this area? Oh, we're pretty far out, actually. I don't think we've maybe never been further. Take all that. Man, look at all that. Okay. I'll take that. Over here. Am I in the same place as before? Yeah, fuck, I am. Okay. Fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is it like this? God, why does it keep breaking? Okay. let's continue on over here. Oh, fuck! Oh, I thought that was grass! Oh, look, there's some treasure right here, too. I'll take that. Up here, get this. Oh my god. Why does it sometimes break? What the fuck? Oh, nothing behind that. Jesus. Okay. Well, we're out of that mess. I guess at least thankfully the when it does break, it's not too bad because the damage from it isn't extremely lethal. It's just some like tick damage. Is this a route in deeper? Yeah. Maybe. It's over here. Anything? Got something here. A little lockbox. I'll take that. Oh, I'm encumbered. Oh, whoops. Stash these. Good. Get that equipment dealt with. Yeah, this breakdowns only provides a blackwood branch. Was I just mistaken the last time I broke down a whole bunch and they actually rewarded me with, like, really good crafting mats? Maybe I just misread it. I could have sworn I actually did get the really good stuff, though. Maybe not. Okay. Anything here? No, I think we're fine. Over this way. Okay, we've looped around. Let's do a quick save, head over here. Finally back this way. Before we head through that, or maybe we should go through this.
Might have what we're looking for.
Fuck. What is this shit? Yep, dead end. Okay. Keaton Workshop. Oh, got a fun little dude there. Take some of that. Anything I can reach up here? Not really. Let me chow down on some food again. That'll do. Okay.
Something lurks here.
Oh, they're lurking? Okay. Fire roots, we can get through that. Some nice treasure, looks like. Magic Mistle. Okay. What does it do? Power attacks deal very high stun. Wow, nice. Oh, and the bullets seek and target enemies. Huh. Okay. This unusual firearm was crafted by a cipher known as Althazar, who was known for being an accomplished manipulator of the soul, but certainly not for his aim. To give himself an edge on the battlefield, Althazar embedded a piece of luminous Aedyran into the grip of this pistol, and created a link between his own soul and the essence within the Aedyran. This metaphysical link allowed Althazar to aim as much with his intent as with his body, making him a deadly force to be reckoned with. Even now, years after his passing, a bit of that link remains between the pistol and its wearer. Though not as potent as it was in Althazar's hands, the effect it has on the weapon's accuracy is still notable. Okay, cool. Man, yeah, we could totally respec then for still using a shield, but also one pistol or stuns if we wanted to. Okay.
Oh, my head. Can't you feel it? Like buzzing insects.
Oh, from the maegfolc. Damaged maegfolc. It's still kind of active. Oh, Woedica.
A rat scrabbling in the dust, crawling back to the same ruined trash heap.
No, we know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again.
Arcane Scholar. Woedica. The history books have no records of your presence here, Queen that was. Who or what are you? I've seen your kind in other godless ruins. You can talk? Bold coming from a piece of rubble. Nah, I think I'll just end you instead. Let's do the scholar check. Woedica. The history books have no record of your presence here, Queen that was.
And is. You carve lands into petty fiefdoms, but we are the gods of all Eora.
Really? All Eora? What do you want? Why are you poisoning the water? I'm honored. You can communicate with me? Directly? How is that possible? You're nothing. A sliver of essence in a broken construct. Why are you poisoning the water?
I've done no such thing. Ask that parasite that's latched onto your soul.
No, make her go. Send her away.
How the fruits of its destruction make it squirm and writhe. It knows nothing but chaos. This land needs order, purpose.
Maybe so, but whose order? I couldn't agree more. The Living Lands is free as it should be. You're in no shape to impose anything on anyone. I agree. But whose order? Which one? Let's say maybe so, but whose order?
The order of the gods. The order which has governed lives for millennia. You are an Aedyran, a nation where law and authority brought peace between the warring folk and elves. It is steadfast. Your people understand how to tame what is wild. How to build empire from rubble.
I'm not sure. The Aedyarans are struggling to find their footing here. Stability and growth are intoxicating propositions. The Living Lands will fight against the yoke. Stability and growth are intoxicating propositions.
Aedyr is not the Living Land's enemy. It is the fraud whose madness would lay waste to paradise.
Stop it. Stop her. Silence her. She feeds you poisoned fruit.
Do you think this place was always so gray, with its barren slopes and acid sea?
What are you talking about? Strike at the maegfolc. I've heard enough. Yeah, we saw in the vision that it was like a verdant, like rainforest area or something. What are you talking about?
It has destroyed this place before. These hills were once lush, and the people
She lies. Falsehoods like fangs. She was not there. She did not see.
Why was she not there, though? Resolve 1313. You're lying. Stop toying with me. Listen. Strike the maegfolc. Enough. Who am I talking to here, though? If I say you're lying, stop toying with me. Am I talking to Soppadal or to Woedica? Fuck it, I want to say it anyway. Regardless of to who it's directed toward, it works either way for me.
I am above dishonesty, and you are the plaything of that little pest. Why else would the usurper so quickly deny its deeds? Is it a plea of innocence, or admission of its guilt?
Soppadal's past is more complicated than you make it out to be. I've traveled with Soppadal for a long time. I don't know you. You're awfully keen to convince me too. What do you gain from this? Strike the maegfolc. Enough. What do you gain from this? You're very keen to convince me too.
The question you should ask is what your parasite has to lose. Whose poison flows through this water? Who spoils its own lifeblood?
Creatures did this. They crawled through our bones. They picked at our flesh.
The maegfolc fulfilled a need. What is the purpose of this?
So small, so fragile. We did not mean to. We could not understand.
Yeah, we still don't know, like, why the maegfolc originally showed up. Right? Clearly Woedica has it out for Soppadal. And Woedica is wielding Soppadal's, like, well, like Woedica said, chaotic nature against Soppadal to make a case against them. And it is a decently compelling case, right? When, you know, countless Aequidans had perished at Soppadal's hand by way of, like, having these tantrums, so to speak. But was it not also Woedica? Yeah, I guess we don't know. What is it that sets off Soppadal in such a way? Is it Woedica? Every time? It didn't seem like it. Strike the maegfolc. Enough.
Steady now. You've been through another episode. The phantasmal focus lit up like a cinder bomb.
Every time that happens, it feels like you might not come back.
That was Woedica, or a piece of her, inside that maegfolc. I think it was a warning. It's dead for good now, and that's what matters. That was Woedica.
You're talking to Woedica now? When did that happen?
She was warning me about Soppadal, their chaos. Woedica spoke of a coming Aedyran invasion. It doesn't matter. I won't obey her. I don't want to talk about it. She was warning me about Soppadal.
They call her the Strangler, the sharp claw of vengeance, the bane of animancers. I don't trust her, and neither should you.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think it's possible the Oathbinder knows something we mortals don't. Maybe you'll find your answers in the garden. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, they're definitely building up for a big reveal here. Right, we need to know the exact nature of Soppadal and, like, what the fuck specifically happened. And we probably, right, true enough, we probably won't ever know until we get to the garden. Okay, but for now, what should I get? I mean, I could certainly power up my weapons more. I could even respec my shit, you know? Get even more stun. Yeah, what else do I have that amps up ranged damage or whatever? Because devastating criticals only affects melee weapons. There's quite a bit of that. Crit hit chance. That's agnostic of weapon type. That said, you get like 40% extra stun from staggering shot. It's pretty impressive. I'm tempted to respec to use it. I guess you get the time slow, which is useful. Damage dealt with wands, power attacks with wands. More about wands. Yeah. Is there anything else that I would miss out on if I went with ranged weapons instead? Let's see. You get the baked-in extra damage. Oh yeah, the power attack damage isn't as high, is it? Because with stunning blows... Oh no, wait, power attack stun deals more. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the only thing that I have that increases damage with them is finesse. Which is, yeah, it's equivalent to marksmanship. Yeah, so it's just a matter of, do I want my crits to be higher or do I want to build stun faster? Could be either. It is a lot of stun. Let's see, what is the comparable amount of stun here anyway? Lodestone deals 234. Magic Missile is 260. So even without the extra effect, it's still more. And I would say we lose out on the rapid attacks, but at this point in the game, I'm pretty much only power attacking with Lodestone. You know? The AoE effect is really good too. I guess it depends on... Yeah, okay, the big determining factor is what the fuck happens with the power up here. Can we get to deal even more stun or even like an AoE one? That's the real question, I guess. Okay, well, for the time being... About some more shield bash. Shield bash stun right there. Okay. So was that all that we wanted in this place? All that we needed? Yeah, we came in from here, so we can jump up now. Oh, maybe not. Okay. There we go. Wow, beautiful. Oh, this is where we came in from. No? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Oh, is this water good right here? Oh yeah, this is good water.
I haven't seen water this clear in ages.
Yeah, it's clear now.
If we clear the blockage in the aqueducts, we'll be done here.
Okay. Whoa, this shit goes deep. Okay. I guess that's why the ice was busting up. It wouldn't have been a big deal if we had already opened this up. Yeah. Because you can totally swim through it. You know what? I guess the big hint to that was when we grabbed that, the Kraken horn earlier. That was submerged partially. Any other good stuff hidden way underwater, though? Now that we're able to traverse. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna listen to this shit. I guess that's the sound of the water hitting the surface of it, right? The surface tension being met by the waterfall. Okay. Yeah, I think you were just meant to come over this way later and just swim through it. That seems like the move. Yeah, especially since the aqueduct is over here and we gotta clear it. What was it filled with? Oh, I see.
There? Those vines are blocking the flow of water.
There's roots blocking the water flow. We'll have to clear them.
Okay. We'll throw a nade, I guess. Good thing I kept some.
You see what I mean? Nature is always
Whoa!
trying to get in
I'm
the way.
vibrating! Let me get the soul pod back. Let's see how the mistle functions. Oh. Okay. Anything else here? Now let's go back. This thing doesn't deal any, like, baked-in elemental damage, does it? Because that would also be a big, like, game changer. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. I do wonder about that one arquebus that dealt extra damage at point blank. I do kind of regret scrapping that one. Or extra stun at point blank. Hello, Frölich.
Thank you.
Probably be the highest stun weapon in the whole game.
Here. It's fresh water. You've given us a fighting chance.
Great. Okay. Sure. Well, let's head back to camp and investigate this stuff, and then we'll head northward. Marius also wants to speak. Okay. Hello?
Envoy? I'm not ready to go to Solace. Maybe there's another way. Maybe we can fashion some kind of flying boat?
You knew where the garden was the whole time. Why didn't you say something earlier? You're really worried about this, aren't you? You could stay behind at the camp. This is the only way. I need you to focus. You knew where the garden was. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Fui tu meio, Envoy. I don't know. There's just so much.
Fui tu meio. A lember interjection of awe or surprise. Literally, fuck me. Okay. You're really afraid of something out here. Maybe it would help if you talked about it. Why are you acting like this? No more lies, Marius. I need to know what you know. You should have told me about the garden earlier, but you didn't. We need to come down hard here. My character would totally do that. No more lies. I need to know what you know.
I've seen that island off the coast all my life, and I grew up hearing tales about the garden. But it always felt like a legend, like those old tales about the gods. No one has been there in centuries as far as I know.
So you didn't think the garden was real? Do you know where the real entrance to the garden is? This is too much, Marius. You'll say anything to convince me to turn back. Do you know where the real entrance to the garden is?
I don't. They didn't really encourage us to go looking for it either. There is something that's bothering me. Specifically, if you can spare a moment. Since we entered the Tusks, I've been getting these flashes of memory. Like there are answers in my head I can't get to.
What?
They seem to be about a village, somewhere north of Solace. Fear and sorrow, but also answers.
What the fuck? Are you like, are you a watcher or some shit? Or are you like, he's in some way sensitive to essence, I bet. And he's just shut it off. Which is fun because he's been the one most skeptical of it from the get-go. Of anything related to it. Say no more. We'll find that village. Are you sure it's a good idea to follow those memories? We can track down these memories together if there's time. We're on an urgent mission. No time to chase vague memories. Okay, yeah, we can track them down if there's time.
Right. Well, thanks. I know it'll be easier if I don't go there alone. Anyway.
Okay. Thoughts on our companions?
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatsley. I don't know. Things have changed a bit, I guess. She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud and impulsive and always trying to get herself killed, and she keeps saying things to get a rise out of me, Envoy. But, joke's on her. No one's gotten a rise out of me in years. But other than that, we can get along. She can be sweet, too, when she's not introducing me to a new word for my oak and acorns.
Okay. Get some rest.
If I must.
Yatsley, anything new?
There's my favorite Aedyran.
What can you tell me about the Godless? Anything new?
Careful what you wish for, darling. So, the Godless, or the Aedyran, as they called themselves, were the original folks who lived in the Living Lands. They arrived on the shores of a new land and settled there, living with the land instead of trying to tame it.
Right. The Aedyran were fleeing and a storm brought them here. How do you know all that? Where did they come from? Where did they come from?
Well, that's a bit harder to explain.
They're probably from all over.
The Godless are so singular. Their art and architecture, you never see it in Rawatai or Ishamato or, well, Adir. But in their artwork, they reference escaping, fleeing, seeking refuge, so they must have come from somewhere. My guess, they originally came from Yezua.
Yezua? Yezua? Yezua?
Ah, yes, let me sum up. Yezua, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storms, one of the 3 hubs of the Angwithan Empire. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was a dream, but they said the same of Ukaiso. Suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land doesn't seem so implausible.
If this place was so great, why leave? Maybe that land of sweets I dream of is real too. If the place was so great, why did they leave?
There was some kind of schism, an ideological one.
Right,
From
probably
what I can
around the
glean,
creation
Godless were
of
staunchly against the gods.
of the gods.
Hence their name.
Yeah.
There are even some not so kind murals of the gods. It seems like the Godless really took their anti-theism seriously.
Anti-theism. I like that, right? Because of course in this world, it would be ridiculous to be an atheist. You would have to be anti-theist. But Sapadal is the god of the Aedyran. You really are obsessed, aren't you? Fascinating. Lie, fascinating. But Sapadal is the god of the Aedyran.
You're right. But no one knew that until your trip to Nakukubel, hence the name Godless. Now that we know that Sapadal exists, it changes everything we thought we knew about the Aedyran.
Right.
I knew following you was a good idea. It might have shaken my research to its core, but that's what makes it fun. Well, I think we've covered everything, don't you? Rather, as much as I think you'll withstand. Hope you enjoyed talking about this as much as I did, dearie. How can I help, darling?
Okay. Can we ask about the Godless again?
Careful what you wish for,
Is
dog.
this going to be the same?
The Godless,
Oh,
they
yeah, okay.
arrived... on-
Okay.
You sound certain.
Let's see.
In
Yezua.
Yezua, a continent. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't so.
Alright. Why leave?
Is-
Okay. Fascinating.
No, well, rather, no people. How can I?
Okay, that's enough.
Don't mind if I do.
And... oh, Giada has something to say.
Many animancers believe that nature is there to be measured, controlled, subverted. Well, I've been contemplating that assumption. Quite a bit, in fact. Unfortunately, we killed a Delimgan, a guardian of nature, and for what? So Solace could plunder its habitat.
We gave clean water to Solace, a community in need. They're not all as reasonable as the Delimgan Queen in Emerald Stair. Fior Zaverno plundered the land. This is no different. We gave clean water to Solace, a community in need.
Rationalize it however you want. I can't anymore. I've spent my life trying to dominate nature, to overcome the limitations of our existence for the good of everyone, just like my mother. But what if animancers coexisted with the natural world, supporting instead of exploiting?
Sounds promising. Sounds far-fetched. You tell me, you're the expert. Yeah, we're removed from the whole animancy situation. You tell me.
I believe the possibilities are endless, but I want more than possibilities. I want something real. Killing a Delimgan is not what I'd call a good start, but that's no reason to give up. From now on, let's be on our best behavior. Nature is watching.
Okay. Get some rest.
Thanks for talking.
Anything from Kai?
I have never wanted a bath this badly. Feels like I'm covered in ash.
Okay, any questions I
My
can
favorite subject.
ask about you? No? Alright, that's it.
Holler if you need anything else.
Let's throw this thing up here. Oh, I don't have the base yet, of course. Let's see. What can I enchant this thing to do? Oh, moderate stun to nearby. Killing an enemy gives you 50% reload speed for 10 seconds. Huh. But then does that get rid of the high stun to a single target? Because I don't want to get rid of that. Yeah, I think it does. So you can either have really high single target stun or moderate to nearby, which maybe is enough. I don't know. We'll have to test run it, I guess. Okay, is there any upgrades I can just do?
Steam Thistle has any medicinal properties.
Oh?
But if you grind it up and add some clean water, it's decent at protecting your skin from the sun.
That will be a great help on our travels. I detest the sun.
It also doesn't taste half bad on bread, if you don't mind picking out all the little pricklers.
I think I'll stick to butter. But at least we have options.
Wait, did you ask about that, or was it Kai? Never mind. Carry on.
He likes her now, too. He just doesn't know it. Okay. Let's see. Can I upgrade any of my shit? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, can I make any of these toadstools? I can make a few. Yeah, we got 12 of them. I could upgrade lodestone. Do I want to, though? That's the real question. I could make this dragon hide. Yeah, maybe that's the play. Can I make any more Adra Bon? I can. I can make one more, which actually still isn't enough. Let's make this dragon hide. Good. And I'll upgrade the armor. I can upgrade the armor again? I may as well. And what's the final stage? Okay. It's even more of it. Gotcha. Okay. Sure. And let's exit here in morning. Okay, should we keep the same party or what? Yeah, we'll keep them. Okay. Good. Let's travel on up here. Good, good, good. Yeah, the only catch will be the reload speed on this. Will be a bit of a pain. We'll definitely need to respec even more if we want, like, higher reload rate. Do we actually have anything that increases our reload speed here as, like, a passive? I know we have slow time. Yeah, I don't know that I have anything that... We get the quick switch, which I guess is okay. Hmm. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, I don't really have anything that passively increases my reload speed, do I? Not at all. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess Flurry of Blows kind of does. Kind of. Okay. Oh, here's an enemy.
Well struck.
Oh, it can't crit. Look at that. Yeah, this weapon cannot crit. By shooting a weak point because it shoots out like a projectile that homes in. Huh. Yeah, I think that cinches it. No deal. Right? You still get the power attack stun bonus, but then you really miss out on the crit shit. Which would be one of the best benefits of wielding a ranged weapon, is that you could get guaranteed crits all the damn time. Oh, and you can't look. Sometimes it goes after an enemy you don't want it to. Maybe it's decent for someone that's like building a different type of range build with pistols or whatever.
Couldn't have done it better.
Oh, and even just shooting it way off. Yeah, what gets it to arc? Do I need... Okay. Their health bar needs to appear. Oh, maybe it's whatever enemy has its health bar up that is the one that it goes toward. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I really don't like that there's travel time for it. It's not nearly enough damage. I think that arquebus from before, that was probably the ticket. If you wanted to have a ranged weapon to, like, dole out shitloads of stun. Right? But that said, you know, melee ain't nothing to scoff at. Okay, well, I think we'll call it here for now. When next we return, we'll continue going northward to Amelia's camp, exploring more of Galawain's tusks, which we're already nearly done with this lower section, it looks like. Right? Maybe there's a bit we can string over and along to up here. Yeah, maybe. By Warden's Rest. We may want to tread carefully there and look around that a bit more. But otherwise, man, sure feels like we're getting really close to the end of the game. Right? Okay. Until next time, please take care of each other.